Sewa stepped out of the house that night with only her nylon bag and a broken heart. The streets of Ajagunle were quiet, but her mind was noisy. She had no plan, no place to go. But she knew one thing for sure. She could not go back. The air was cold and the streetlights were blinking. She walked slowly, thinking of all the things her beauty had brought her, men chasing her own aunt selling her out, and an uncle waiting to harm her. She had beauty but no peace. She sat on a bench beside one closed kiosk and hugged her bag. Her eyes were full of tears, but she refused to cry out loud. Lagos was a wild place. If she cried too loud, someone might come and take advantage of her again. The night passed slowly. In the morning, she went to a small food joint and begged for a piece of bread and water. The woman selling looked at her with pity and gave her a piece. "Where are your people?" the woman asked. "They don't want me," Sewa replied. She started sleeping at the back of a church compound, hiding behind the drums and old benches. During the day, she walked the streets looking for any job she could find. That week, she met a boy called Sheena, a gentle shoe shiner who worked around a shodi. "You look too fine to be on this street," he said one day. Sewa smiled weakly. "This beauty doesn't protect me," Sheena gave her advice. "Go to Ojwalegba, maybe you fit see small hawking job. Dem they take girls for gala and water." She followed his advice. For weeks, she hawked pure water and snacks in the traffic, walking under the sun and sometimes getting insulted by passengers and bus drivers. Some would try to touch her. Some would try to trick her with fake money, but she never stopped. Sometimes she would hear a voice inside her say, "This life didn't come with a manual, but you are strong, just keep moving." One evening, while hawking, she saw a girl she once knew in her old street. The girl was wearing makeup, heels, and a fancy dress. She was stepping out of a big car. "Sewa?" the girl called. Her name was Anita Blaze. Anita took her to one lounge in Lekki and bought her food. Sewa was tired and hungry, and for the first time in weeks she felt safe. But deep down, she was not sure where this comfort was leading. Sewa sat across the table from Anita Blaze inside a fancy lounge in Lekki. The lights were dim. The music was soft. Expensive perfume filled the air. Men in suits laughed loudly. Girls with smooth skin and long lashes walked like queens. Sewa had never seen this kind of life up close. Anita looked at her with fresh nails, full lips, and a confident smile. "This Lagos no de pity poor people, Sewa. If you no hold ground, you go sink." Sewa didn't say anything. She was staring at the gold bracelet on Anita's hand. One bracelet like that could pay her rent for a whole year, if she had a place to even rent. Anita continued, "Me and you start from the same street. I just decide early that I no go suffer for anybody. Men are using people every day, why not use them back?" Sewa was quiet, her heart was heavy. Anita pulled out her phone and showed her pictures. Private jets, weekend at Echo Hotel, bundles of cash, designer bags. "Just one man, clean man, he doesn't bite, he'll set you up, give you a shop, maybe even a car." Sewa looked at her own clothes. Faded gown, worn-out slippers. Her stomach was rumbling. She had not eaten since yesterday morning. Her hands shook slightly as she lifted the glass of juice Anita had bought her. For a moment, she wanted to say yes, but something in her chest pushed her back. She remembered her aunt collecting money just to throw her into men's hands. She remembered the fear in her uncle's eyes when she caught him trying to touch her. She remembered sleeping behind a church, fighting hunger, and still choosing her dignity. "If I give up now, then I've let them win." She dropped the juice. "Thank you, Anita, but this is not my road." Anita blinked. "You want to suffer forever?" "I want to sleep in peace, even if it's on the floor." Sewa stood up and walked out of the lounge. Her feet were sore. Her bag was light. Her hope was the only thing left. Outside, Lagos was noisy again. But something felt different in her. Her heart was louder than the street. Her decision gave her strength. 2 days later, she saw a signboard. "Beauty assistant needed, Mama Peace Beauty Salon, Yaba." She walked in. Inside was a small but neat salon. Mirrors lined the walls. Soft gospel music played in the background. A round woman with warm eyes and wrapper tied around her waist looked up. "You sabi make hair?" the woman asked. "Not yet," Sewa answered, "but I'm ready to learn." The woman looked at her again like she was seeing something deeper. "Come tomorrow morning. Let's see how serious you are." Sewa smiled for the first time in weeks. Not because she had arrived, but because she had finally found the road.